This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. Very pleasant and good afternoon on this Saturday as we welcome you into Preston Gym as the Lady Indians play a little afternoon contest today to wrap up the home schedule for the 2018-2019 season as they'll play host to the Wood River Wolverines here this afternoon. Glad to have you with us. Deon Hubbard with you. We'll call the action on this simulcast on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and of course the video stream you can watch as well on mylocalradio.com. For the Lady Indians coming into this game here this evening with a record of 13-6, they're 8-3 in conference play, and this becomes another big game for Coach Kimber Hall, who wants to very much win off the sheet, so to speak, and win in the season with a 4-game winning streak, because that would put them in the second seed for the district tournament coming up in a couple of weeks. After today's game, they'll have one game left. That's on Tuesday night. That'll be at Minico, and we'll have that game for you as well as a simulcast coming up on Tuesday night. But we'll worry more about the Spartans when we get there. The Lady Indians coming off a senior night celebration in which they saw them pick up a 51-34 win over the visiting Pocatello Indians. They led 16-4 at the end of the first quarter, 23-21 at half, and their defensive effort was certainly not lacking. Pocatello tied the game at 23 in the first game of the first play of the second half, as then Preston called a timeout. Coach Kimber Hall, however, saw his team really step on the gas and turn it on from there, and he was pleased with the way the game ended up the other night as Brittany Dow picked up her 10th double-double of the year. She had 19 points in the game. Alicia Harris with 9 points. Jessica Alder also with 9 points in the game. And Liz Linhart started for senior night, played about 2.5 minutes, came out, did not return. And I've heard that the trainers are not going to let her play today. We'll ask the coach about that coming up in our pregame visit here in just a couple of minutes as the Preston Indians get ready to take on the Wolverines here this evening. As we mentioned, season ticking away, just one game after this as for the Indians, the best possible seeding they would love to have for the district tournament is number 2. They're not going to catch Century, who was undefeated on the year, even beats Preston once in a very good game, but still Preston, we came up a little bit short in that game nonetheless. Bethany Dow continues to be an outstanding player for the Indians. She's right at the 350-point plateau on the year, an 18.3-point average. Dow has surpassed the 20-point plateau now in 7 different games, and as we mentioned, picked up her 10th double-double of the year the other night here against the Pocatello Indians in the game on Thursday night. So we're glad to have you with us. We'll step aside for a couple of minutes. When we come back, we'll talk to Coach Kimber Hall, get his thoughts on senior night and looking forward in today's game as well. We'll do all that as we continue right after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
For details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
Welcome back to the Indians pregame show. It's the Indians and the Wood River Wolverines coming up in just a few minutes here from Preston Gym. Nice celebration, nice win on senior night the other night.
Yeah, it was good for the girls. I was a little concerned at halftime, and we were only up by 2. But we come out and played a strong third and fourth quarter and was able to put it away. So anyway, I thought all the girls played well, and I was especially happy with of course, Bethany and Alyssa, and I thought, who else was I thinking of? Pug. Pug came in and played well, and her and Bethany got the ball out quick on some shots, and they've been kind of holding it. We've been trying to get them to get the ball out to the guard so we can run faster and get down the floor quicker, and they did that. And then Jessica Alder also had a really good game, and we had some good help from Kylie Larson. She's been a good surprise. We haven't played her until the last 3 or 4 games, and she's just been playing JV. And she plays a lot better varsity when she comes in than she does JV. But she plays good JV, but she steps it up when she gets a chance to play. Her and Sid Marlowe comes in and gives us some good minutes too.
It was nice to see that Alyssa Wood decided she wanted to shoot the ball again on Thursday night. Yeah,
we're trying to get the ball to her, trying to run some plays for her, and I've told her, I says, Alyssa, if you're open, be ready to shoot the ball. I have confidence in you, and I think she knows that now, and she can shoot it.
You started Liz Linhart for senior night. Yep. She played just a couple minutes. How did she come through that?
She did fine, but they're not going to let her play tonight. So I'm really concerned about her because we really need her for the district tournament. And she was just coming on, as we mentioned before, and now she's going to have to try to get her shot back and be, playing live. And so we hope to have her for the district tournament. There's no guarantee. So I'm not planning on her. I want to be surprised, I hope, and so we're just going to go on without her, and it's hard on her and her parents because they've been waiting for this. And it's always tough when people get hurt, but when it's their senior year, you really feel for them because you always want to play your senior year, and then something happens like that, and you don't get to.
Yeah, exactly. So let's look at this game here today against the Wolverines. A team that has struggled, much like the team you played the other night.
Yeah, well, and I watched a film they beat Jerome just last week, and they beat them by 14 points, and they are very aggressive. And number 20, I don't know her name, but number 20 hit several three-pointers. They have a couple of girls, number 25 that shoots, she's a tall girl. And they hustle, and they really work, and they beat Jerome, which really surprised me, and they scored 50 points. So I'm glad I got the film on them because I'm more impressed than I was just thinking this was going to be a cakewalk. But the girls know that this is not going to be a cakewalk, that we're going to have to really work hard to play to beat them.
But you take another step toward district tournament today, as we talked about the other night, wanting to win off the sheet. You got one. Yeah, here's number two.
Yeah, and this counts as 2 wins if we can get it. So we got to have it, and the girls got to realize they got to come out and play hard to beat them, because these girls are hustlers. They're players.
Good luck tonight.
Okay, all right, thanks a lot.
That's Kimber Hall back after this timeout on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
As the seasons change, it's a good time to take a close look at your car and truck tires. Check the tread and look for signs of uneven wear. If you have a question, stop by Ron Keller Tire and have one of the tire experts take a look. If you need new tires to get you safely through, they'll help you select the right tires for your vehicle and driving style. With a huge inventory from several manufacturers, Ron Keller Tire can care for your tire needs at a price that's right. You can trust all your tire needs to Ron Keller Tire in Preston and North Logan.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
852-5878. Welcome back here to the pregame show. The Indians and the Wood River Wolverines coming up in just a couple of minutes. Today's game brought to you in part by Franklin County Medical Center. At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to a normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a special team of therapists who specialize in providing you a treatment plan designed to get you back on your feet. So call them today. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence meets. Well, it's kind of a different kind of game today for the Lady Indians, playing the last home game of the year here tonight. Keys to tonight's game, basically the same, however. Keep moving the ball, keep getting good shots, keep Bethany Dow in the scoring column, and when the girls are open, shoot, especially for Alyssa Wood, who's made 3 3-point baskets in each of the last 2 games for the Lady Indians. And of course, also make sure you stay out of foul trouble and keep the turnovers down as well. Take a timeout. We'll come back, have a little more in the pregame show right after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
West is a nationally recognized community health center that provides patient-centered health care for everyone. From newborn to complicated care, Health West is always accepting new patients in Medicaid, Medicare, insured, and even if you don't have insurance. Available in 8 locations throughout Southeast Idaho. Call 208-852-3200 for an appointment in Preston. Health West, empowering our patients and communities by providing quality, affordable health care.
Are you looking for a better interest rate on your bank accounts or checking account? then Lewiston State Bank has the answer for you. This is Robert Stevenson, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high interest rate on the first $25,000. This rate is even higher than most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Logan branch on 3rd South in Maine, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
Home sweet home. That's where you go for a home-cooked meal, a good night's sleep, and, well, people who just like you for who you are. So if you call Cache Valley home, we hope you'll call West Motor home. Home to Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and of course home to Ram trucks. West Motor Company is home to so many car buyers in this area. It's because they treat you right and give you the best deal they can possibly finagle. Simply put, it feels right at West Motor.
Two other games coming up today in the Great Basin Conference. Twin Falls will be at Mountain Home, and Marsh Valley will take on Pocatello this afternoon as well. Stay tuned. Starting lineups and the opening tip for tonight's game coming up right after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Last play of the game, folks.
And the snap. Drops back. Whoa, changes mind. Down the sideline. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Casasa! Unbelievable! Did you see that? Casasa!
Not to be a buzzkill, but what's Casasa? We're glad you asked that. Casasa. It's a catchy word for earning cash. Free Casasa checking rewards you in cash each month.
Ask for free Casasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCU.
When it comes to major surgery, think small. Small town, that is. At Franklin County Medical Center, the surgical capabilities are anything but small. Partnered with the top surgeons and specialists in the region to provide advanced care to those living in southeastern Idaho. Whether it's cataract surgery, women's surgery, gallbladder removal, trauma, even a full hip or knee replacement, they have you covered. And now they're among the few hospitals in southeastern Idaho able to remove kidney stones. See just how big the surgical capabilities really are. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
If you're in the empty nester stage of life, preparing for retirement, or considering downsizing, let me suggest you consider Blue Sage Park as your new home.
This all-new community for over 55 active adults is now under construction by Ralph's Construction, the builders of many fine custom homes in Franklin County. That same quality is going into the new homes at Blue Sage Park.
Choose from 3 plans, each with over 1,400 square feet of living space on one level, with a 2 or 3 car garage, 2 bedrooms, and lots of special features. These beautiful new 2-bedroom homes include large marble showers, vaulted ceilings, gas fireplaces, a park and green space for family fun, and large closets with custom organizers. Larry and Cody Ralphs are building this community for the over 55 age group with no steps, no maintenance, and a beautiful home that you own.
The first model is nearing completion, and you'll soon be able to see it for yourself. Blue Sage Park, now being built for your future at 3rd East and 3rd North in Preston.
This is Preston Indians basketball. All the excitement of the best basketball action in Idaho is just ahead. Tonight's game is brought to you by Lewiston State Bank, Franklin County Medical Center, My Local Radio, West Motors, Stokes Market True Value, S&T Electric, Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, Idaho Salvage, Webb Funeral Home, Ron Keller Tire, Valley Implement, and Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Tonight's game is a presentation of Preston Broadcasting LLC and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any use of the descriptions or accounts of this game without the express written consent of Preston Broadcasting LLC is strictly prohibited. Live from a Preston gym, this is Preston Indians basketball as the ladies take the floor here this afternoon, and they'll take on the Wood River Wolverines. Now it's the starting lineups out onto the floor. First for the Wolverines, Tori King will get a start tonight. She is a senior. Lucy Collier, another senior, will start tonight as well. Patia Top, a third different senior in the starting lineup this afternoon, as along with Haley Bjorkman and number 25, Audrey Mary. So they'll start 5 starters here today. Will the Wood River Wolverines. Now for the Lady Indians of Preston with an 11-6 record on the year. 6-3 in, I should say it's 13-6 overall, 8-3 in conference play. Jessica Alder, the 5'9" senior, will start. Alicia Wood, a 5'5" senior, with 3 3-point baskets in each of the last 2 games. Addie Mosier, the sophomore, 5'5", starts at the point guard. In the middle, it's Bethany Dow, who turned in her 10th double-double performance the other night. Here in the win over Pocatello, she'll get a start. She's a 6'1" senior. And Cassie Pugmire will start tonight as well, a 5'9" junior. And that is our starting lineups here for this afternoon's contest. So for the Preston Indians, last home game of the year, they have 1 road game left. Tonight's game is a 2-point game, as they say, as the Lady Indians and the Lady Wolverines only meeting once this year. So this game will count double in the standings. If they win this and they can beat Minico on Tuesday night, they'd finish with the number 2 seed in the district, heading into the district tournament coming up in about a week and a half. So here we go. We'll jump center. Dow will jump here against Audrey Mary, and Bethany controls it into the front court this time. As it comes to Pugmire, she gives it off to Wood, back to Pugmire, now back to Wood again, as she works with the ball over on the left side. Dribbles it back across the top of the key. She'll drive down the right side, kicks it off to Alder. Alder drives, up off the glass is good. So Jessica Alder uses the glass, picks up the first points of the game for the Preston Indians. They jump on top here tonight. The JV team came up with a big win earlier today, 56-13, a 43-point win over the Wolverines JV club before this game started. Look out, backdoor pass. Nice pass and an easy layup is put up and in as Haley Borkman, with her first 2 points of the game, ties the game here. Wood drives, back out top, comes to Mosier. Mosier with a free walk all the way to the basket, lay it in. Nice cut by Mosier to get all the way to the basket and make the easy layup. As full court pressure put on here by the Lady Indians. Comes over here on the near side. That's Top down low. A little bit too far underneath the basket. Hit the bottom of the rim with the shot. Quickly the outlet to Wood. Her shot no good. No foul called on the play. And they'll release back the other way. Coming again is the Wolverines. Inside, ball loose, picked up, shot no good. Excuse me. As the shot put up by Bjorkman. And again, the rebound comes off to Preston a minute and a half into the game. 4-2, Indians on top. Wood has it, top of the key, holds it high above her head, says we'll run play 0. She holds the closed fist up over her head. Tries to get it to Dow, nothing there, so she'll take it from the right elbow and put it in. Lexi Harris, or Alicia Wood rather. And again, the full court pressure turns over the ball. They give it to Mosier, to Alder in the right corner. On the turnover given up by the Wolverines. Mosier has it again, brings it back out top, sends back to Wood. Wood driving, stops, gives it to Mosier, back out top to Alder, now back to Wood again. Thought about the 3, then put the ball to the dribble instead. She'll pull it back across, swing it all the way around to Pugmire in the left corner. Takes a one-bounce dribble. Shot is an air ball taken out of the air by Top as she'll push it back up into the front court. If you heard the comments of Coach Hall on the pregame show, he said the good shooter from outside was number 20. Yeah, that's Patia Top, who has the ball inside, lost it, taken away there by Alicia Wood. She'll push back up into the front court. Indians lead 6-2, coming up on the 5-minute mark remaining here in the opening quarter. Mosier drives, kicks it off in the corner to Alder. Three-pointer is no good. Rebound inside, taken down by Cuellar. Cuellar will give it off up into the front court. Now gets it back from King. Swing it all the way around. The three-point attempt. There's the good shooter. Top, no good. Rebound comes off. That's her first rebound tonight. Back, no. As it's going to be picked up there by Tori King. King pushes it back up into the front court for the Wolverines. Down low, goes down the block to Mary. Mary's shot is no good. Tapped out. Wood has it, 2-on-2. She comes running with Dow. The trailer is Pugmire. Lost the ball going up. Kicks it back out to Alicia. Lines up for a three. And in and out, stays out. As Pugmire's there for the rebound, couldn't get it to go down, so she'll push the ball forward. Comes to Cuellar. Skip pass all the way down into the corner. Two-pointer put up there by Bjorkman's no good. Pugmire had it in her left arm and then lost it, and it rolls out of bounds. Ball stays with Wood River underneath their own basket. Payson Bennett comes in for the first time as Audrey Mary is going to come to the bench. As the outlet pass and then the return pass down underneath is intercepted by Pugmire. She gives it to Mosier up into the front court. Alder almost didn't see the pass and was able to catch it at the last second. Mosier again down the middle, lay it up short. Dow tapped it, and then it's going to stay with the Indians. We say a last touch by the Wolverines. Certainly looked like Bethany may have touched it last, but no real argument from the Wolverine bench. Alicia will bring it in. Gets it in. Mosier from the left corner. That shot is no good. High rebound. Taken down again by Wood Rivers. They push up into the front court. They try to slow things down a little bit. Top has it. As Top shot's no good. Dow has another rebound here in the first stanza. A quick outlet comes out to Wood. Wood waits for the cutters to go through. Now gives it off to Mosier. Back in the corner, back to Alder again. Back to Wood, now back to Mosier. 3:10 left to play here in quarter number one on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. Lady Indians leading 6-2 so far here in the game. Alder to Dow with the right elbow, holds it up, now puts it on the floor. Shot no good, gets her own rebound. She's going to go over the back and draw a foul. Bethany draws her first foul as Payson Bennett was in front of her. A much shorter player, but in her effort to reach over the top of her and grab the rebound, well, she also laid on her back, and we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick timeout here as well. Back right after this on mylocalradio.com.
Car and truck tires. Check the tread and look for signs of uneven wear. If you have a question, stop by Ron Keller Tire and have one of the tire experts take a look. If you need new tires to get you safely through, they'll help you select the right tires for your vehicle and driving style. With a huge inventory from several manufacturers, Ron Keller Tire can care for your tire needs at a price that's right. You can trust all your tire needs to Ron Keller Tire in Preston and North Logan.
We'll continue on here in the first quarter as they go under 3 minutes. Look out, ball tied up underneath. Alder had it along with Top, and it's going to stay with Wood River underneath the basket. 6-2. Lady Indians on top. Top drives and is fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line. She got it way outside the three-point line, and then was able to make a direct run all the way to the basket. Bethany Dow fouled her. And that's 2 on Bethany here in the first quarter. Petra Top makes the first of her 2 free throw attempts here. Her first point of the game. Now she'll step back up to the free throw line as Kaylee Larson comes in to replace Bethany Dow with a couple of quick fouls here in the first quarter. As the second one's good again. And Top has 2 points, Bjorkman with 2, and it's still a 6-4 lead. Look out, as coming to try to intercept the pass was Bjorkman and kind of pulled Larson over backward. That's got to be her first foul, but very sportsmanlike, went over to help her up. So the ball out for the Preston Indians right in front of the Wolverine bench. They get it into the backcourt as it goes to Wood. Wood to Alder. They double team her in front of the bench. Now she's got to do something with it. She puts it on the floor, dribbles through the double team, as it goes to Wood. Down low to Larson on the right block. They triple team her as she'll be able to kick it back out. Mosier in the left corner to Pugmire for three is good. Pugmire with her first points of the game. She had 5 points the other night against Pocatello. They break the full court press for the Wolverines as it comes to Cuellar. Cuellar will give it to King. Swing it over on the left side. Again, they try to get the ball down low. Larson comes over, cuts the ball off. And then they lose the ball, and that's going to be called a tied up. Nope, they're going to call a timeout called by Wood River. So with the ball very close to being tied up in a held ball situation, it'll be a timeout called by Wood River. That'll be their first here in the game here this afternoon as well, called by head coach Amanda Christ. We'll remind you that coming up on Tuesday, the Lady Indians will be on the road. They will be at Minico. We'll have the game for you, part of a simulcast like today, as that'll be a very important game, the final game of the regular season, and very important seeding-wise for both teams, so really a must-win for both teams. We'll have to see exactly how that game comes out. We'll have that for you with the pregame show starting about 10 minutes after 7 o'clock. Tip scheduled for 7:30. The Indians and the Minico Spartans from Minico coming up on Tuesday night. So here we go. Wood River ball underneath their own basket. 1:45 to play here in the quarter. In the first quarter, they get it in to Top in the right corner. Can't get a shot, so should kick it back out. It's intercepted by Mosier. Here comes Addy all the way. Left-hand layup is good. Mosier with her 4th point here in the first quarter. Indians go up 11-7 now after some quick points. Bennett lobs it down low to Top. She has her shot blocked by Pugmire. She tried to go no look behind her back and behind her head as Pugmire was able to fly by and block the shot out of bounds. It stays with Wood River. 1:19 to play here in the first quarter. Back in, three-pointer from the right side is going to be short. It's an air ball taken out of the air by Alder, who hustles the ball back up into the front court. To Wood, back to Pugmire, now back to Wood again. Doesn't take the shot. Alder will from straight away. A three is no good. As the rebound taken away there by the Wolverines and pushing the ball back up into the front court. That is Bennett. Bennett all the way, runs through a crowd. No shot, no good. High off the glass. Taken down by Larson. Quick exit. They get it up into the front court in a hurry. As Mosier tried to cross over on King. King took it away, and then Mosier draws the foul. That's her first, 3rd team foul against the Indians here in the first quarter here. We've gone under a minute now with 48 seconds to play here in the first quarter, and Preston leading by 7 points. Ball rolls out of bounds, went off the foot of Alicia Woods. It's going to stay with Wood River as they get the ball in. It comes to Cuellar. Skip pass comes over to King. She gets it out top as it's back in the hands of Bennett. 16-footer from just above the free throw line is no good. Mosier again puts it all the way on the floor and finds herself with nothing really to do with the ball, so she just kind of flipped it behind her. Was intercepted there by King. Ahead to Cuellar. Gives it off back to Park into the game. Her first touch in the game. She gets it back. She'll take a three. No good. Long rebound comes off to Mosier. Had it. Lost it. Indians get it back as it's picked up there by Alder. She'll push it up into the front court. In the corner to Alyssa Wood. Back to Mosier. Back to Wood. Looks at a three. At the buzzer. Good! Alicia Wood hits a three-pointer at the buzzer. We'll go to the break. 14-4 Indian lead. Take a timeout. Back with quarter number 2 right after this on mylocalradio.com.
It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Do you like earning interest on your money? If so, Lewiston State Bank has the account for you. This is Shelley Austin, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high rate of interest on the first $25,000. The rate is even higher than that of most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Tree Mountain branch, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
Preston ball to start the second quarter here this afternoon from Preston Gym. Lady Indians leading by 10 after the first quarter. It's 14-4 as Alicia Wood buries a three-pointer at the buzzer to end the quarter number one. They get it into Dow. Dow's back in the game with her 2 fouls. She goes to Larson. Larson gets that one to roll in. Full court pressure again put on here by the Indians. They're able to break the press as they get up in the front court to Bennett. Bennett gives it down low. Shot no good. And the rebound put up from the opposite side. Tora King, they credited the points to. Dow gets the rebound, saves it on the floor. Back to Wood. Wood gives it off to Larson. I should say to Alder, I beg your pardon. To Dow, and she's going to be fouled ahead to the free throw line as the foul's going to go against Payson Bennett. That'll be her first. That's the second foul against the Wolverines on the team. And now here's Bethany Dow to shoot her first 2 free throws tonight. Bethany dribbles the ball a couple of times, now puts it back up and makes the first. Bethany had 19 the other night against Pocatello, including a good free throw shooting night the other night for Bethany. Game that ended up being her 10th double-double of the year with 19 points and double-digit rebounds as well as Bethany makes them both. It's her first 2 points of the game here this afternoon. Top gets it up into the front court as it comes to Park. Now back to Top. She'll holds it out near the top of the key. Tries to get a little working room down on the right side as she bumped Meek out of the way. Comes back to Grace Park, and the junior gives it back to Amanda Mary. As Sage Meek, who we called for the foul, tried to reach in on Mary and got a lot more arm than she did basketball. So the ball remains with the Wolverines underneath their own basket. Got to get it in, as they finally do. And the pass is intercepted by Meek. Ahead it comes to Wood. Doesn't put the ball on the floor, but able to make the layup. Alicia Wood now with 7 points here in the first half. And it's a 14-point lead for the Indians, as that's going to be a held ball as Kylie Larson able to sit on it and not make sure nobody else gets a hold of it. So the Indians up 14. The ball stays here with the Wolverines as they bring it in from the side over on the far side of the court in the offensive end. They get it into Park. Park brings it across the Top. She'll swing it down low to Cuellar, now down in the corner. Tried a little entry pass down on the block. It was poked away by Bethany Dow. Quickly up into the front court. They get it back to Meek. In the corner it goes to Larson. Skip pass back to Alyssa. Looks at another three. Good again. She's reached double digits here just a couple minutes into quarter number 2, as finding herself way underneath with nothing to do with the ball was Cuellar. Gave it up as they tried to get the pass up into the front court, as Wood just tried just a little tap pass to Dow, but it was intercepted. Park from the left side. That's no good. And Larson's going to get called a foul. And I think they're going to call that on the rebound against Wood River. So it should stay with the Indians. And it will be on Haley Bjorkman. Bjorkman gave Kaylee Larson a pretty good shove in the back when she was going up for the rebound. Sydney Marlowe is going to come in as Jessica Alder will head to the bench for the first time. 5:36 to play here in the first half. 23-6, the Indians on top on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. Live on the simulcast tonight here from a Preston gym. Dow to Marlowe, drives the baseline. Boy, reaching out and almost tackling her was Top. No foul. Then they called a foul on Marlowe after Top took the ball away. That's her first, 5 on the Indians. And the ball's going to remain in the backcourt with the Wolverines, and they'll pick up full court pressure as Marlowe sneaks up behind her mark, takes the ball away and puts it in. That's the way to retaliate after not getting the foul call, as that would be a blocking foul call against Larson. That also will be her first foul here, and that's 16 fouls against the Indians. So they're out of fouls here with 5:11 left to play in the first half. Wood River brings the ball in, goes to Park, back over to Top, now back to Park, top of the key. Snap pass is intercepted again by Marlowe. Here comes Sydney all the way, and a ball blocked from behind and a foul from behind, as this is going to go against Lucy Cuellar. That's 4 team fouls now on the Wolverines, and Marlowe's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one by Marlowe. Rattles around and stays out. She played important minutes the other night against Pocatello, but did not score in the game. And now gets another free throw here. Second free throw rolls in for Sydney. She has her first point of the game, and it's a 26-20, a 20-point lead here for the Indians. Just under 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Entry pass taken away by Marlowe. Ahead to Wood. Touch pass over to Meek for the layup and the foul. Nice little touch pass by Alicia Wood. And Meek able to make the layup and gets the foul. The foul's charged to Top. That is her first, and 5 now on the Wolverines as a team. Meek makes the free throw. So she completes the 3-point play. As again, full court press put on here by the Indians. Comes to Cuellar at the midcourt stripe. Gets it over on the right side. 3-point shot attempt put up there by Sailor Peavy. That's no good. Taken away again by the Indians. Wood up into the front court. Tried to get it to Meek. That ball was tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Preston here. As Carrie Despain's now going to come in. Alicia Wood's going to head to the bench. So Despain gets it in to Larson. Skip pass over to Marlowe. Looks down low. Get it down on the right block to Dow. Dow had it knocked away, wrestles the ball away from somebody, and his first shot there was no good. She couldn't get the rebound. She ripped the ball out of the arms of Haley Bjorkman to try to get the shot, but couldn't convert. Quickly up the floor for the Wolverines, as it is Payson Bennett with the layup. That makes it a 21-point advantage for Preston at 21-9. Again, they go back to Dow. Can't get a shot in the corner. Goes to Marlowe. Drives the baseline. Kick it back out to Despain. A 2-pointer. That's a 2. We're told we're on the line. But Carrie Despain gets her first 2 points of the game. 31-8 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. As the ball gets away from Bennett, she tried to save it, but hit it on the baseline. So it's going to go back over to Preston here with 3:46 to play in the first half. Meek to Despain. As it's stripped away from her, Bennett picks it up, comes all the way, kind of bodies Meek out of the way. Rebound is picked up there by Peavy. Her putback is no good, but she's fouled. Going to go on Carrie Despain. That's her first, and it'll be the team's 7th. So either way, we're going to have free throws, but in this case, it will put for two shots Sailor Peavy at the line as she makes the first. First point of the game for Peavy. Her second one. Rattles around, stays out. Larson has the rebound. 3:25 to play here in the first half, and a big lead for Preston on the final home game of the regular season. Down low, comes to Marlowe in the paint, kicks it back out to Larson, has to wrestle it away. Back to Despain, free throw line extended right. One bounce dribble comes back to Meek. Meek wants to drive down the left side, had it stripped away from her. Picked up again by Top for the Wolverines. Top gives it off to Bennett. Quickly up into the front court. It comes to Collier, to Cuellar, I should say, as that's a bad pass just out of the reaches of Top and out of bounds. King comes back, as does Audrey Mary for the Wolverines. 2:50 to play here in the half. Still a 31-9 lead for Preston. Dow has it at the right elbow. She drives, a triple team, and again, Bethany's fouled. She'll go to the line. Tori King will pick up the foul. That'll be her first, and 6 on the team now for the Wolverines. So that'll be foul shots the rest of the way out for Preston here in the first half as well. It's Bethany Dow at the line, and Bethany makes the first. Addie Mosier back into the game here for Preston as well. Bethany will get another free throw here, as she has made all 3 of her foul shots so far tonight. Make it 4 for 4. In fact, that's all of her points so far tonight have been from the charity stripe. 33-9, Preston on top. 2.5 to play on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. Top drives, blocked by Dow. Controlled by the Wolverines as it's picked up by Bennett. Bennett comes back down. The entry pass knocked away. Then they take it back away and ends up in the hands of Mary. And she's fouled trying to go up as Larson saves the basket but draws the foul. Kylie Larson, that's her second. In good and bad fouls, that probably was one of those that would be considered a good foul, as it stopped Audra Mary with an easy walk to the basket and center to the free throw line. The first one is good. So Mary makes the first. She'll step back up there, try to shoot number 2 here, as the Wolverines finally reach double digits with 2 minutes to play in the first half. Mary makes them both. That makes it 33-11, a 22-point lead for the Indians here, with 2:05 to play in the first half. Despain gives it to Dow. Tried to go back door to Larson. She was cut off, so Dow will keep it herself. Missed the shot, saved back on the floor by Marlowe. It's back in the hands of Mosier. Now back to Sydney. Back out top as it comes to Despain. Despain crosses over on King, now finds herself in trouble, and a foul. That's going to go against Tori King. That'll be her second, 7th team foul, so that's going to bring up free throws here for Carrie Despain. She'll go to the line to shoot 1-1 here and try to extend the lead. So Despain at the line. First one is no good. She missed the front end, but the long rebound comes off to Larson as she hustles over to get it. Backhurt shot down low, no good, as it's taken away there by the Wolverines, and quickly here they come back in the front court, driving all the way. Wild shot is no good, put up by Bennett. Dow had the rebound. Wolverines knock it away. Top is not top, but Peavy is fouled going to the basket. So with a 22-point lead, play getting a little rough and ragged here in the latter moments of the quarter number 2. 1:28 left to play here in the first half. And going back to the line again is Sailor Peavy, who has 2 shots coming to her. Oops. The scoreboard just died. Now we got it back. Peavy makes the first. So it's 33-12. She missed the second. Dow with the rebound as she just jumps over everybody to get the rebound and then tries to bring it up the floor herself. It has it knocked away from behind, but then after the change of possession, Lucy Cuellar travels with the ball, so it goes back over to Preston. Mosier back to Despain. Despain down on the right side. Down in the corner it goes to Larson. Dow posts up on the right block, but it's Larson coming down the baseline has it knocked away. It'll stay with the Indians with 1:09 to play in the quarter. Referees have to go chase the ball as it got away over into the corner of the gymnasium. Now we're ready to go. Despain will get into the corner to Larson. Two-pointer from the left side, no good. As Marlowe had it knocked out of her hands and out of bounds by Petra Top. As it stays underneath the basket. Into Dow. At the block, it will use the glass and score the bucket. Bethany's got 6 here in the first quarter as we go under, first half as we go under a minute. Turnaround jumper, no good. Put up there by Bennett, taken away by Larson again. Somebody's got to come help her before she travels with the basketball. They give it to Mosier up into the front court. 40 seconds to play here in the first half. Marlowe drives, is cut off, back out to Despain. She finds herself in the paint, nowhere to go, so they'll work it back out again. Mosier into the corner, has it taken away. She tried to get it to Larson. Quickly, here come the Wolverines. Shot put up and in, as that was put in by Sailor Peavy. That gives her 3 here in the half. 19 seconds to go here in the first half, as Preston will try to hang on to it and get the last shot. Mosier drives, turns at the left elbow, gives it off in the corner to Larson. Larson can't do anything with it. Clock down to 4, 3. Despain turns, shoots from the baseline, no good. And that's the way the first half will end here this afternoon. We'll come back and talk about it after the break. After the first half, Preston on top, 35-14. Back after this on mylocalradio.com.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today. Since 1958, when the farmers of Franklin County rolled equipment into the fields for harvest, most of them were rolling on Ron Keller tires, because Keller Tire has the right tires for tractors, combines, swathers, bale wagons, and the trucks that haul hay and grain to market or storage facilities. To keep that equipment rolling during the busy harvest season, Ron Keller Tire also has a fleet of service trucks that make repairs in-field to minimize downtime. Best wishes for a safe and productive harvest from Ron Keller Tires in Preston and North Logan.
In business for almost 70 years, Valley Implement has been serving customers with integrity, personalized service, and accountability for generations. Their mission is to contribute to agriculture and the agricultural way of life. When it comes to irrigation, equipment, attachments, parts and service, and precision farming, Valley Implement in Preston is here to work for you. Visit them today, 213 West 8th North, Preston. Valley Implement, all things agriculture.
Do you like earning interest on your money? If so, Lewiston State Bank has the account for you. This is Shelley Austin, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high rate of interest on the first $25,000. The rate is even higher than that of most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Tree Mountain branch, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
When you see that big green dinosaur, whether at your favorite gas station or convenience store on the side of a delivery truck, you know quality Sinclair products are available there from Hall Oil Company. Hall Oil is a family-owned and operated business that's been serving folks in Cache Valley since 1947. They're your local fuel and oil broker with a low-price guarantee. Another guarantee that's been really important this winter is that when you fill your fuel tanks with premium winter diesel fuel from Hall Oil, it's guaranteed not to gel, even when the temperature drops below zero. It's the no-gel guarantee from Hall Oil Company.
We're not your ordinary grocery store at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston. We see every customer as a friend and a neighbor. Stokes Market and True Value offers a clean, bright, and modern store with the freshest meats, produce, and bakery. In many ways, we're still old-fashioned. We still bake from scratch, and our bakery items are made in store. You'll never see meat with an ingredient list because our meats are all natural and cut in store. Stop in today. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
Welcome back. We are at halftime here this afternoon as the Lady Indians from Preston open up a big lead. They lead by 21 at the break, 35-14 over the Lady Wolverines from Wood River in the final home game of the year. Good scoring in the first half. Alicia Woods has the eye to shoot. She has double digits in the first half here tonight. Bethany Dow kind of started out slow. She spent a little bit of time in the first half on the bench with a couple of fouls, but she has 7 points in the first half as well. And the two teams are even as far as free throw shooting goes in the first half here this afternoon, as each team has made 6 of 8 from the line. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll look at the scoring from the first half of this afternoon's game. We'll do that right after this on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search KASASA.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
Welcome back here. We're at halftime. Lady Indians with a 21-point lead at the break in tonight's game, brought to you in part by West Motor Company, the place to go when you're in the market for a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Dodge truck. Why? Well, simple. They make you feel like you're at home sweet home. That's because they treat you right, and they'll give you the best deal they possibly can. If you call Cache Valley home, stop by West Motor Company today, and welcome home. Scoring in the first half for the game here this afternoon. First for Wood River, Tori King had 2 in the first half. It was Petra Top who also had 2. Sailor Peavy had 3. Payson Bennett with 2. Haley Bjorkman with 2. And Audra Mary also with 2. And as we mentioned during the last segment, it was the Lady Wolverines going 6 of 8 from the free throw line in the opening half tonight. For Preston, Jessica Alder with 2. Alicia Wood, a couple of three-pointers in the first half. She finished the first half with 10. It was Carrie Despain with 2. Sage Meek had 3. Addie Mosier with 4. Sydney Marlowe with 2. Bethany Dow had a couple of fouls, so spent a good chunk of the first half on the bench. She finished with 6 points in the first half. Cassie Pugmire had a 3-pointer from the left corner, and Kaylee Larson finished the first half with 2 points. And Preston, like Wood River, also went 6 out of 8 in the first half from the free throw line. Take another timeout. Second half coming up right after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston. When it comes to major surgery, think small. Small town, that is. At Franklin County Medical Center, the surgical capabilities are anything but small. Partnered with the top surgeons and specialists in the region to provide advanced care to those living in southeastern Idaho. Whether it's cataract surgery, women's surgery, gallbladder removal, trauma, even a full hip or knee replacement, they have you covered. And now, they're among the few hospitals in southeastern Idaho able to remove kidney stones. See just how big the surgical capabilities really are. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Do you remember last spring when runoff water was flooding fields and borrow pits because of plugged, collapsed, or non-existent culverts? Well, now is the time to get new culverts installed. And Valley Implement and Irrigation has the culverts you need. They buy them by the semi.
Here from Preston Gym. As Indians have the ball to start the second half, Bethany will drive and took a bump and no foul. Yeah, the ball went out of bounds. Coach Hall, as you see walking through your camera, just kind of questioning the official why there wasn't a foul. She says, well, the girl had her arms straight up in the air. Rule of verticality. She's able to do that. Bethany drew the contact and lost the ball out of bounds. So the ball goes back over to the Wolverines. Top down in the corner goes to King. Looks at a three, good. Tori King hits a three. 35-17. Quickly they try to get it inside to Dow again by Pugmire. Swing it back around to Wood. Looks at a three to match. No good. Pugmire has the rebound. Put it back up. No good. A heck of an effort by Pugmire, but couldn't get it to go down. As the Wolverines again will bring the ball back up into the front court. Just a minute gone into the second half here this afternoon. 35-17. Preston has the lead, as that's going to be a foul on Bethany. That'll be your third. Audra Mary, a little spin move. Tried to go up. Dow got a lot of ball. In fact, they didn't call it on Bethany. They called it on Pugmire. That's her first. So Audra Mary's going to go to the line to shoot two. She was 2 for 2 in the first half tonight and makes her third of the night. So they did not call the foul on Bethany Dow, which is good. That leaves her still with 2. That foul against Pugmire was her first. Mary's second free throw. She's made all 4 of her free throw attempts tonight, and she has a total of 4 points in the game. Wolverines come out in full court pressure. Mosier has to go through her hands, picked up by the Wolverines. Down low, it goes to King. King in the corner. Gets it out as it comes back to Cuellar. Down low, back to Mary. Off the glass, rings around the rim, comes out. Bethany Dow has the rebound. Bethany's going to push into the front court before they can really set up the pressure. In the left corner, it goes to Wood, and we have a timeout. Whoops. We got somebody took a bump. That's King, I think, when the ball came loose over in the left corner a moment ago. She took a pretty good pop, and she's bleeding. She has a bloody nose, so they'll get somebody on the floor to replace her. Payson Bennett wanted to step in to take the ball in, but no, the ball belongs to the Indians. As they'll get it out as it comes to Mosier, back to Wood, back to Dow at the free throw line. 17 feet straight away. Bethany holds it straight up. Swing it back in the corner. It goes to Pugmire. Now down on the left block to Dow. She's fouled. Audra Mary draws the foul. That's her first on the team in the second half for Wood River. And Bethany at the free throw line. That's going to rattle around and stay out. That's her first miss from the line tonight. She's made 4 out of 5, and she gets another one coming up here. And Bethany makes that. She's 5 out of 6 in free throws this evening. Picks up another point here. That gives her a total of 7 in the game. And full court pressure again by the Indians as the Wolverines get the ball across midcourt. Cuellar swings it over on the left side. That goes to Top, now back to Cuellar. They've held Top rather quiet. She gets a look at a 3 here. That goes down and comes out. She missed one like that in the first half as well. Picked up by Alder. Jessica up into the front court, gives it to Wood. Wood skip pass back to Pugmire. Looks at a 3, doesn't take it. Back to Mosier. Mosier from the free throw line. Back in the corner to Wood. Has her shot blocked and out of bounds. Nice play by Cuellar to come over and get a hand on it as Alicia Wood had a wide open look for a 3 from the right corner. Get it back into Mosier. Addie's 3. That's no good. As the rebound comes off to Mary in the front court, back to Cuellar. Cuellar comes down the left side, tries to step in. They're going to call a foul. Boy, that could have been a travel. It's going to go either way, but the foul's going to go against Addie Mosier. That's 2 on Addie in the game. Second of the half against the Lady Indians as well. As Lucy Cuellar will go to the line, looking for her first points of the game, and her first free throw is no good. Cuellar will now shoot the second. And she missed them both, and Pugmire has the rebound. Full court pressure. Mosier come to help the ball, gets it from Wood, and they take it away. Top stole it, Top underneath, laid up, no good. Underneath, the rebound put back up by Bennett is good. Casey Bennett gets a couple of points, and another long pass in the front court, intercepted again by the Wolverines. As again, the full court pressure pays off. Back to Mary, her shot no good, and it's Dow who grabbed the rebound and tries to dribble it out of pressure and gives it back to Alicia Wood. Wood tries to direct traffic as she comes across the timeline. It's a kind of a 2-2-1 press that the Wolverines have been putting on. And it's been fairly effective, but Pugmire from the corner for 3 is good. Pugmire with her second 3 of the game, has 6 in the contest. Into the front court comes back to Peavy, and Peavy has her shot blocked out of bounds. Bethany Dow, who has several blocks so far here tonight. Ball out of bounds underneath the basket for the Wolverines. They bring it into Peavy. Peavy again loses it as Dow and Wood try to wrestle it away. Bethany has another block from behind. Shot no good. Mosier battles for the rebound. Has it as she wrestles it away from Bjorkman. Up into the front court. Here comes Mosier all the way. Lay it off in the corner. Goes to Wood. Alicia wants to drive baseline. Tries to kick it to Dow, and Bethany's fouled. And it'll stay underneath their own basket here. That'll be the second team foul here against the Wolverines. And the foul goes against Payson Bennett. That'll be her second as well. Tori King comes back in. She's got a little gauze in her nose to try to control the bleeding. Actually, it's out now, so they've got the bloody nose stopped. That's good. So she's able to come back on the floor. Mosier gives it back to Wood. Now back into Dow on the right block. Bethany. The ball may have been tipped a little bit. As Mary gets the rebound, they're going to call it a held ball, and it's going to go back over to the Wolverines. So Wood River controls the ball on the held ball. Lead down to 18 here for the Wolverines. They've outscored the Indians so far in the first half of the quarter, as Dow, caught midair, draws the foul, her third. Bethany tried to go up and block the shot of Cuellar and got caught in midair. So Cuellar is going to go back to the free throw line, as the first one is no good. Haley Bjorkman back in. Audra Mary goes to the bench. And now here's Lucy Cuellar back to the line. She's missed all 3 of her free throw attempts so far tonight. Now make it 0 for 4 as Pugmire will step in and grab the rebound. Up into the front court. Wood has it go off her hands. Picked up again by Cuellar. Back on down underneath the top. Lost it as Mosier dives in. That'll be a hell ball, and that one will go back to the Indians. So the Indians will take over here on the jump ball, on the tie-up, I should say, on the alternating possession rule. As it comes back to Wood, up into the front to Dow. Dow turns and looks, gives it to Mosier, who crosses over the timeline with a crossover dribble on King. Back to Alder, swing it back to Wood. Wood can't do anything with it. Down low to Dow. Well, she takes a pretty good shove in the back. No call, as the Bennett gave her a pretty good body and knocked her back underneath the rim before she could shoot. As they push the ball back up the floor, and that's going to stay here with the Wolverines. Maybe I'm just jaded a little bit after watching the boys' game last night with the horrific officiating in that game, as the shot is no good. As Pugmire gets it out to Wood up into the front court. Wood goes around Peavy. Goes back to Pugmire. Her shot no good. Dow pokes it away. Back to Peavy. Now back to Wood in the corner. Get it back out top to Alder. Goes around her mark. And now goes back to Wood. They'll double team Dow, as fronting her is Bjorkman. Wood has it. Now it goes back to Mosier. Gives it back to Wood. Top of the key. Into the corner it goes to Alder. Can't get a shot. Now she'll bring it back out to Mosier. He'll shoot from 17. That was tipped, and they're gonna call it out of bounds. But really, in all truthfulness, it was last touched by Wood River on a tip shot. But they give it back to the Wolverines anyway. 2.5 to play here in quarter number 3. Bethany, look out! They called that. It's a block shot taken down by Bethany. She gets a block and a rebound, and here she comes looking for points. As that's got a wild shot that's taken away, and a foul is going to be on Wood. Alicia Wood called for the foul. That's her first. 4 on the team here in the second half. And Audra Mary back into the game. I think Bethany a little, I don't know, frustrated. She's not getting the foul calls that she wants. She comes over and just put her head on Coach Hall's shoulder for a second, then goes back out and heads back to play defense. That'll be a traveling violation. Bennett walked with the basketball before she could make a move. 2:12 to play here in quarter number 3. Preston still up 18, 39-21. Pugmire from the corner, no good. Rebound comes off, it's controlled there by Bennett, and they're going to call that a traveling violation on Bennett. The ball goes back over to the Indians. Bethany Dow dove in, try to hold the ball and try to get the ball away from her. Bennett rolled over, but by doing so, she moved both feet. You can't do that whether you're standing on the floor or laying on it. You move both feet at the same time, it's a traveling violation. Wood looking, gets it down into Dow. Bethany goes high off the glass and in. 41-21, back to a 20-point lead again for the Lady Indians, as driving and drawing the blocking foul. And the block is going to go against Pugmire. That'll be her second. Going to the free throw line to be Celia Peavy. She'll shoot 2 as she was fouled in the act of shooting, and the first one is good. She's made 3 out of 5 so far from the line here this afternoon. And the next one stays out. She's now 3 of 6, we should say. As again, the ball corralled here by the Indians under full court pressure. They get it up into the front court. Top comes in, tries to take the ball away. Mosier had to go off her hands, and again, it's taken away. Here comes, that is Peavy. She has her shot blocked. Here comes 3-on-1. Here come the Indians. Wood shoots no good as they can't get the rebound. As hustling back to get the rebound again was Bjorkman. Back up to the front court. Top waits for somebody to fly by and a foul. Is that going to be on, yes it will be. It'll be on Pugmire, her third. Dow was there as well, but the foul came before Bethany got there. Petra Top at the line, back to shoot 2 again. Only with 2 points in the game. Both coming from the free throw line. She makes that shot. She now has 3. And will shoot here another one. 1:25 to play. 41-23. Preston leads by 18 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. Top makes them both. She has 4 points in the game, all from the free throw line. Up in the front court, it comes to Alder. As that foul is going to go on Sailor Peavy. That's her first foul tonight. That's only the 3rd team foul of the half charged against Wood River. I say only with quotes around it. It should be more than that. Mosier, Dow, again, Mary reaches in and pokes away the ball before it can get there. Taken away by Mosier, quickly up into the front court. Here comes Alder all the way. Uses the glass, that's no good. Rebound taken away by Peavy. Again, King will push up into the front court. The defenders are back, so she'll slow the ball down. They get it down on the block to Mary, turns on Bethany, and able to put it in. Audra Mary now with 6 points in the game. We're under a minute to play here in the quarter, 45 seconds to be exact. 41-26, Dow holds it high in the air and then throws it over Alder's head. Tell you what, the Indians, without being fouled, are just playing very sloppy basketball here today. As that pass is going to be deflected out of bounds, and it should stay with the Wolverines. Nope, they're going to give it to the Indians. So they're going to come out in full court pressure here, a 3-1-1 press put on by the Wolverines. Get it up in the front court, it comes to Alder. Alder tries to split the defenders, gives it to Wood. Wood wants Mosier to come to the ball at the top of the key. She comes around the double team. Why isn't that a foul? They finally called it. As the foul there is going to be on Peavy. That'll be her second. So 2 fouls against her. Indians will bring it in from right in front of Coach Hall. And just in front of us as it comes to Mosier. In the corner to Wood. Looks at a 3. Good. 3rd 3-point basket of the day again for Alicia Wood. She has a total of 13 in the game. And for the second time, she hits a basket just at the end of the quarter as well. We'll go to the fourth. The fourth quarter tonight brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. We'll go there right after this timeout on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
Well, we go to quarter number 4. The fourth quarter is brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. Preston leading 44-26 as we start the fourth. Ball belongs to the Wolverines. Immediately drop it down on the box, down to Mary. Her shot no good, and they'll hold the ball. And that's going to go to Preston on the alternating possession rule. Win today and a win on Tuesday at Minico would give Preston the number 2 seed in the district tournament. Dow's left-hand layup goes down and comes back out. Here comes King. She'll push 3-on-3. Tries to get it, and it'll stay with the Wolverines as she tried to make a move around Alder and then lost the ball. They're going to say the Alder touched it last, however, so Audra Mary will bring it in. Gets it back down on the right block, right through her hands. Sydney Marlowe has it as she comes back into the game and tries to get it ahead to Alicia Wood. Ball tapped out of bounds by the Wolverines and stayed in Preston's possession as it comes back in. Wood back to Alder. Back to Wood. She stands near the timeline. Puts the ball to the dribble. Crosses over. Now steps in. Back to Alder in the right corner. Nothing there. So Bethany Dow puts it up, in, and she'll draw the foul and go try to complete the three-point play. Bethany now with 11 in the game and will try to complete the three-point play and pick up her 12th point as the lead goes back out to 20 again for Preston here, 46-26. First, the free throw for Dow is good. Bethany's 5 out of 7 from the line tonight. And the lead back out to 21 as Alder goes up and knocks the pass down. However, it comes down in the front court. Dribbling through the double team was Bennett. Bennett goes back to Mary, who drives over Dow. Shot no good. Rebound put back up inside as in there to grab the rebound was Bjorkman. Quick outlet pass. Here comes Wood. Lay it up and missed the layup as it rolled out. And a foul against Sage Meek is just back into the game. There's a little over the back foul on the rebound. That's 7 team fouls, and that's going to be free throw time coming up here for Wood River. Can't blame Meek for the hustle trying to get to the ball, but she drew the foul. And that's going to send Haley Bjorkman to the line to shoot 1-1. These will be her first free throw attempts of the night. As Cuellar comes back, Audra Mary will go to the bench. And Bjorkman to the line. And she makes the first. Most of the basketball players are all over there, all yelling mine like the seagulls from the Disney movie. As the second one's no good. Dow pulls down the rebound quickly up in the front court. They double team Wood. She gets it to Alder. It's got to be open body someplace. They take it away. Here comes Top with it. Gets it back to King. King lost it before she could go up. Now stands in the free throw line as the shot put up by Bjorkman is blocked by Dow and out of bounds. Again, the ball stays with Wood River. Another block tonight for Bethany Dow. 20-point lead here in the fourth quarter, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. 47-27 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. It's under 6.5 to play in the contest. Driving is Bennett, goes baseline, goes around Dow. No foul there. Rebound taken away by Sydney Marlowe. Quick outlet pass comes to Wood. Wood throws it up toward the basket as Dow has the rebound off the glass, and again no foul. Top driving. Top gets the shot around to Marlowe. That's no good. Meek has the rebound. Quick end-to-end action as Wood comes back, and she's fouled and knocked down, and she'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Foul's going to be against Payson Bennett. That'll be her third foul. 6 team fouls now against the Wolverines, and Alicia Wood's going to go to the line to shoot 2. These will actually be her first 2 free throws of the night. The first one's good. Grace Park comes back for Wood River. She'll replace Tori King, who goes to the bench. And the second free throw is no good by Wood. She makes 1 out of 2 and has 13 in the game, and then a backcourt foul or backcourt violation, I should say, against Wood River, and the ball goes back over to Preston right in front of their own bench. Meek gets it into Wood as try to get it back to Dow. Had the pass knocked away. Cuellar back to Top. Her three-pointer is no good, and Top is going to get a reach-in foul. Reached around the back, and Top draws her second foul of the night, and that's going to be free throws coming up here for Jessica Alder. So here's Alder with her first free throw attempts of the night. Shooting 1 and 1, she makes the first. Now she'll get the second. That's her first point of the second half. As her second free throw is flat, rattles in and out. Dow has the rebound underneath, and they finally knock it away from her, but it's going to stay with Preston underneath their own basket. So nice job by Bethany Dow to be able to go get the ball and pick it up. 5:36 remaining here in regulation. The ball comes into Marlowe. Her shot is... That ball stays with Preston. You know, it's funny because they didn't touch the ball. It should have been a foul or go back the other way. And they chose none of those and just gave the ball back to the Indians. In fact, they asked the official who's way out on the other side of the court, as that again is going to stay with the Wolverines, as the ball was knocked away from Marlowe as the pass got there. It looked like it went off maybe her chin and deflected out of bounds, but again, they gave it back to the Wolverines. Wood. Down in the corner, it goes to Alder. Dribbles through a crowd, goes back to Alicia now. Dow comes up to the elbow to receive it. They triple team her in the paint. She goes, shot no good. Top up high, gets the rebound. Swings an elbow in the face of Sage Meek to try to give herself some operating room, much to the chagrin of the crowd here. Pass is deflected out to Bennett. Bennett gives it back to Park. No shot there. Now back to Bennett down low. That's no good. It's turnaround jumper in the paint. No good. Ball still loose. Going to finally be controlled by Cuellar. Cuellar pulls it back out as it comes back out top to Bennett. Back down low to Borkman. Back out top again. It comes back to Bennett again. Here on the near side, it comes to Top. Cuellar from the baseline. That's no good. Dow has the rebound. Comes out to Meek. Sage will get the ball back up into the front court and just kind of let everybody just go by. To Wood. Now back to Dow in the corner. It goes to Alder. Back to Dow. Little spin move in the paint. She's fouled and go back to the line. Lucy Cuellar draws the foul. That's just her second. Now Bethany Dow is going to go to the line to shoot her 8th and 9th free throws of the game. As the first one rolls in. Bethany has made 6 out of 8 so far here tonight. Carrie Despain comes back. Alicia Wood heads to the bench. 4:21 left here in regulation. 23-point lead again for Preston. Make it 24 as Bethany makes both shots. That gives her 13 as coming into the game is Bethany's little sister. This is Grace Dow into the game as Bethany heads to the bench. Was that a little bit of a passing of the torch of sorts? As knocked away in the corner. Despain had to go bouncing over her shoulder, couldn't get it, and a foul. That's going to go, I believe, against Alder. Yes, it will. And 1-1 coming up here again for the Wolverines. Again, it's Lucy Cuellar who will go to the line. Cuellar will shoot 1-1, and she's 0 for 4 from the line so far tonight. She makes her first. That's 1 out of 5 tonight, and that's also her first point of the game. Lexi Harris comes up, and she comes to check in. She's going to come in here momentarily as well. Cuellar makes them both. 51-29. 4:08 left here in the fourth quarter on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. As the fourth quarter, as always, is brought to you by Webb Funeral Home as Despain travels as they double teamed her in the corner. So here's Harris into the game as Alder will leave. Despain stays in the game, so yeah, we're time to run all the seniors in and out of the game here as the pass is inside. Grace Park with her first 2 points of the game, and a traveling violation again against Preston. It's a 20-point game with 3:50 left. If Coach Hall's not careful, he's going to have to put those seniors back in the game. In the corner to King, back out to Park, and a foul on Meek. For Sage, that's foul number 3. Grace Park is going to go to the line now. For Grace, these will be her first free throws of the night as well. That's 9 team fouls now on the Indians. And Park's first is good. So Park back to the line again, looking for her 4th point of the game. That rattles around and stays out. Grace Dow has the rebound. Gets it ahead to Harris. Lexi to Despain up in the front court. Meek has it in the right corner. Back out to Harris again. She'll go back to Despain. Now back to Meek. Looks at a 3. It's going to be well shortened. And now a late whistle and a foul on a 3-point attempt. This is going to be 3 free throws coming up for Sage Meek. But who's the foul going on? Foul's going to go on Cuellar. That's her 3rd. 9th team foul against the Wolverines here as well, as Sage Meek gets three free throws as she makes the first. As the folks here from Wood River trying to match what the boys have done with the old seagull call, as Sage Meek makes all 3. That gives her 6 in the game. Quickly up into the front court. King has it in the left corner here for the Wolverines. Down low, down to Mary. Mary turns and puts it in. Audra Mary with the shot. Still a 20-point lead, 54-34. 3:05 to play here in the fourth quarter. Brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. Driving, kicking it back out to Meek in the corner to Despain. Looks at a 2 from there. Rattles around a couple of times on the rim and stays out. Peavy has the rebound. She'll push up into the front court. Has it taken away by Harris, and then Peavy takes it back and pulls her down. So Harris gets tackle going for the ball. That's going to be her 4th. Check that, make it 3 on her. As Lexi Harris is going to go to the line. That's the 10th team foul, so now in a double bonus, that'll give her 2 foul shots here. First one is good. (55-34), 2:47 left. She makes them both. Cuellar tries to get the pass around Grace Dow. She couldn't. The ball's knocked away. Harris has it in the backcourt. They triple team the ball, and Top able to tie it up. And the ball will stay with the Wolverines right in front of their own bench. Shot put up, no good by Top. Outlet comes to Harris. Chases it down in the front court. Comes back to Lexi. Now down in the left corner comes to Marlowe. Her pass deflected, so Meek has to come and get it. Back out top to Harris again. 2:10 to play. Driving. Lexi put it in. 4 points for Harris. The lead now out to 24 for Preston. As it comes to Peavy. Back out top to Park. To Cuellar again. Holds it high above her head. 1:50 now to play on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. 58-34. top, comes out to meet the ball. Down the corner it goes to Park on the right side. Harris steps in front of the return pass and intercepts it, and then throws it out of bounds as Marlowe had started to head up court, as Lexi thought Sydney was still standing there waiting for it, and we have a timeout here on the floor. A full timeout called by the Wood River Wolverines. We'll remind you that our next broadcast comes up on Tuesday night when the Lady Indians will hit the road, and they'll go to Minico for their final game of the regular season, looking for, hopefully with a win, what would be a number 2 seed in the district playoffs and a home game coming up later next week. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Webb Funeral Home. They've been assisting Franklin County residents in their time of need since 1925. When you need their professional and understanding care, make sure you stop by their modern full-service facility just off Highway 91, just south of the city of Preston. Their doors are open for your questions and concerns anytime. That's Webb Funeral Home, serving the Franklin County community since 1925. 137, this one all but long since decided. In fact, Coach Hall has already taken all of his seniors out of the game as the future, basically, of Preston Lady Indians basketball on the floor here. As it comes into Mary. Mary turns, tries to shoot over Dow. Grace Dow's blocked it. And now a foul's going to go on Grace. This will be 2 shots here coming up for Cuellar. He goes back to the line. So Bethany Dow with number of blocks, and Grace Dow gets her first here this afternoon as well. As the first shot is up and good by Cuellar. She's hit 3 in a row after missing her first 4 here in the game. Has 3 points overall in the contest, looking for 4 as she makes them both. So 4 misses for Cuellar. Marlowe up into the front court, and a blocking foul here called on Cuellar. And for Cuellar, that should be number 4 on her. Nope. They called it on 15 for the Wolverines, and there is no 15. They had to mean Cuellar. So Marlowe at the line misses the first, and she missed them both. Dow had the rebound, stripped away, and again here come the Wolverines back up into the front court. Park tries to force it down low. Her pass with it was intercepted by Despain. Somebody needs to come and help the ball, and it's Marlowe who come down to help the ball as it comes to Peavy up in the front court to Dow. Dow lays it down low to Harris. Can't get the shot, so they'll pull it back out. Approaching 1 minute remaining here in regulation. As it's picked up, long lead pass comes back to Peavy, lay it up and blows the layup. Again, the ball loose, and he's going to go and stay with Wood River off the hands of Grace Dow and out of bounds. A 30-second timeout called here again by Wood River. Tell you what, let's sneak in our last timeout here as well. Back with more after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Do you like earning interest on your money? If so, Lewiston State Bank has the account for you. This is Shelley Austin, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high rate of interest on the first $25,000. The rate is even higher than that of most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Tree Mountain branch, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
54 ticks of the clock left here in this one. Final home game of the year for the Lady Indians, as Liz Linhart, who we were told wasn't going to play, is into the game. Takes the ball away. A little bank shot is no good. As quickly back up into the front court. Here's Mary. Her shot, no. Linhart has the rebound. Liz wants to get a couple of points at home before this game is over. Her pass is deflected out of bounds. as trying to get somebody to come to the ball. They get it into Meek. Despain goes down into the corner. Lidhart has it. Back to Despain, who throws it back out here to nobody. As it's picked up, and the layup is no good as Peavy missed the layup. 18 seconds on the clock. Timeout called by the Indians with 18 seconds left on the clock again. They're trying to set up a play for Linhart, and when the ball was intercepted on a bad pass, Kimber Hall was a little upset, and the felt tip pin that he keeps on the dry erase board he keeps in his hand, he bounced the thing off the ground and ended up way out by the free throw line. They had to call timeout to be able to go and get it. Today's game brought to you by Stokes Market and True Value, not your ordinary grocery store here in Preston. They see every customer as a friend and a neighbor. Stokes Market and True Value offers a clean, bright, and modern store with the freshest meats, produce, and bakery items around. Stop by and check it out for yourself. 217 South State Street here in Preston. That is Stokes Market and True Value. So, waiting for the Indians to come back out on the floor. 18 seconds left. Indians lead by 22, 58-36. Watch them try to get the ball here to Linhart for a last-second shot to get her a chance to score last points here at home. As it comes to Harris, 7 on the clock, 6, 5. Give it to her. She lines up a 3. That's going to be short, and that's the way the ball game ends. 58-36. Preston wins it. Big first half, and they kind of win it going away as they win their 14th of the year. They're now 14-6. That's today's game was a 2-point game, so it actually makes them 10-3 in conference play. And with one game left coming up on the road Tuesday night at Minico, and they could still have another game left here at home. With a win, they could be the number 2 seed in the district playoffs and have a home game coming up. We'll talk about this game. We'll analyze it, look at the score sheet. That's all next on the postgame show coming up next. This has been Preston Indians basketball. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, Lewiston State Bank, Franklin County Medical Center, My Local Radio, West Motors, Stokes Market True Value, S&T Electric, Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, Idaho Salvage, Ron Keller Tire, Valley Implement, and Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Now stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
As the seasons change, it's a good time to take a close look at your car and truck tires. Check the tread and look for signs of uneven wear. If you have a question, stop by Ron Keller Tire and have one of the tire experts take a look. If you need new tires to get you safely through, they'll help you select the right tires for your vehicle and driving style. With a huge inventory from several manufacturers, Ron Keller Tire can care for your tire needs at a price that's right. You can trust all your tire needs to Ron Keller Tire in Preston and North Logan.
We're not your ordinary grocery store at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston. We see every customer as a friend and a neighbor. Stokes Market and True Value offers a clean, bright, and modern store with the freshest meats, produce, and bakery. In many ways, we're still old-fashioned. We still bake from scratch, and our bakery items are made in store. You'll never see meat with an ingredient list because our meats are all natural and cut in store. Stop in today. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock, stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
Welcome back here to the postgame show as the Preston Indians defeat the Wood River Wolverines here this afternoon. Final score of 58-36. Big effort in the first half for the Indians. They opened up as many as a 22-point lead in the first half, led by about 20 at halftime, and then went on and just kind of held the Wolverines at bay and ended up winning it by 22 here this afternoon. So, so far, so good for Coach Kimber Hall, wanting to win 3 in a row to end the regular season. He's won 2 of 2 with 1 game left. Of course, they've knocked off Pocatello back here on Thursday, and the win here tonight. So Preston is now 14-6, 9-3 officially in conference, but this game counts as a 2-point game, as it was the only game of the year against Wood River. So technically, Preston would now be 10-3 in the conference overall this year. Wood River falls to 7-12. They are 4-9 now in conference play here as well this year. So one more game in the regular season for the Indians. It comes up on the road on Tuesday night, and we'll have that game for you here as well. Take a time out. We'll come back. We'll look at the stats from today's game. We'll do all that right after this on mylocalradio.com.
Center that provides patient-centered healthcare for everyone. From newborn to complicated care, Health West is always accepting new patients in Medicaid, Medicare, insured, and even if you don't have insurance. Available in 8 locations throughout Southeast Idaho. Call 208-852-3200 for an appointment in Preston. Health West, empowering our patients and communities by providing quality, affordable healthcare.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Well, here on the post-game show, we'll look at the stats from the game tonight, scoring-wise. First for Wood River, as it was Tori King who ends up with 5 points in the game here today. Lucy Collier makes 4 of 8 from the free throw line and finishes with 4 points overall. Grace Park had 3. Petra Top, who came in with Coach Hall a little concerned about her ability to shoot from three-point range. She did not make a single three-pointer today. She was 4 for 4 from the free throw line and ends up with 4 points. Sailor Peavy had 3. Payson Bennett had 4. Haley Dorkman had 2. And Audra Money ended up the game with 8 points. Wood River, 50% from the free throw line today. They were 12 of 24 in the game. For Preston, Jessica Alder had 3. Alicia Wood finished with 13. It was Alexa Harris getting a chance to play late, had 4 points. Carrie Despain finished with 2. Sage Meek had 6. Addie Mosier finished the game with 4 points today. Sage Meek was 6. As we mentioned, Sydney Marlowe had 2. Bethany Dow had 13. A little bit of foul trouble Bethany was in. She was 7 of 9 from the free throw line today. Cassie Pugmire had 6. Kylie Larson had 2. Liz Linhart got in the game in the final minute and a half. They tried to get her a couple of points in her final home game as a senior, but they weren't able to, so she ends up the game with no points overall. As for the Preston Indians, they were 16 of 20 from the free throw line here this afternoon. So we'll take our final timeout. We'll come back and tell you about our next broadcast and what's on tap for the Indians. We'll do all that as we continue right after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Since 1958, when the farmers of Franklin County rolled equipment into the fields for harvest, most of them were rolling on Ron Keller tires, because Keller Tire has the right tires for tractors, combines, swathers, bale wagons, and the trucks that haul hay and grain to market or storage facilities. To keep that equipment rolling during the busy harvest season, Ron Keller Tire also has a fleet of service trucks that make repairs in-field to minimize downtime. Best wishes for a safe and productive harvest from Ron Keller Tires in Preston and North Logan.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that 20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
That is our next broadcast as the ladies head to Minico. They'll face them on Tuesday night. That game again is a simulcast, and you can catch that game on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and online at mylocalradio.com. So the ladies have won 3 straight, 8 out of 9, and they'll head to Minico trying to tack another one onto that, and hopefully they're playing for a home playoff game really in the postseason. To be able to finish in the number 2 position in the district and have a home playoff game. So that'll wrap up today's broadcast. The Executive Director of Preston Broadcasting Sports is Val Cook. Our studio coordinator is John Beverly. Special thanks to the management staff of the ladies team as they helped us with the camera for our video feed here tonight. I want to remind you, coming up later tonight, it's Utah State basketball as they will be taking on Colorado State tonight. So stay tuned for that coming up a little bit later on this evening. So until then, I'm Dan Hubbard thanking you for joining us and remind you again of the final score as the Lady Indians from Preston knock off the Lady Wolverines from Wood River by the final score of 58-36. Until next time, good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.